This is your before and after story, where your first steps towards a new life-changing career begin. Southeastern College can take you there. We offer in-demand hybrid and online programs with hands-on training, led by in-field career professionals, and career services to put you on the path to a rewarding and fulfilling future. This is where your transformation begins. Southeastern College, your future is bright. Visit sec.edu to get started.
The following is a Red Apple Podcast Network presentation.
They say this is a big rich town. I just come from the poet's part. Bright light, city life, I gotta make it.
Welcome to Dominic Carter's podcast. This is Dominic Carter's City Hall. Now, here's Dominic Carter.
Red Apple Podcast, Talk Radio 77 WABC. You can listen to me, Dominic Carter, twice on weekdays, live 3 to 4 p.m. in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time, and then again live midnight to 1 a.m. I hope you will join us. Better yet, even take part in the conversation live by calling in. The number is 800-848-9222. When it comes to the migrant situation, illegal aliens, whatever you may call them, this is the best way I can sum up the situation. A complete disaster. It is time for the migrants to leave the country. This is my podcast. Let's go.
I don't understand why our city is going through this. And what this team is doing is managing a crisis that's not sustainable. And that's what we're doing. And it's not always pretty, and it's not always perfect.
Mayor Eric Adams all but throwing up his hands in surrender on the migrant mess. Oh, Dominic, you're being extreme, dramatic, and going too far. I don't think so. We are looking at baby-faced migrant criminals robbing people as young as age 11. Just recently, in 1 week alone, 2 women in New York City allegedly raped by migrants, and robberies in famed Central Park out of control. No one is safe, and you just might be the next crime victim. Basically, we are being told, shut up, but of course, foot the bill for migrants. If you're behind with your mortgage, rent, daycare payments, lacking a decent meal to eat, good luck with that. Listen to part of this report. NYPD Assistant Chief Jason Savino talking to Channel 7 WABC TV.
Assistant Chief Jason Savino says there have been 11 robberies in the park since June 27th, and he says 8 of them are likely connected.
You'll start to see, like I described, the wolf pack.
Savino says the suspects in these crimes are in large groups, what he calls wolf packs, like this mugging on August 1st. He says they take off with things like wallets, phones, and bags.
So you could imagine the feeling. Imagine the feeling of that individual, predominantly tourists or soft targets, sitting on a bench and then ultimately being victimized by these wolf pack type robberies. It's tremendously concerning, and it's a new phenomenon, not only to Central Park, but really to the area.
He says many of the suspects in these crimes live in city-run migrant shelters, and their average age is just 15. Police arrested an 11-year-old Tuesday night after he allegedly stole a phone from someone on the number 7 train. Assistant Chief Savino says the same kid was seen on video using credit cards stolen during a robbery in Central Park.
Although they're very young, very impressionable, they do have a big influence on this group. And that's something we haven't really readily seen. It's one of the first times I've ever seen it in my career.
Folks, we are in quicksand. Discussing the migrant mess, NYPD Assistant Chief Jason Savino talking to Channel 7 WABC TV. You know who has been a visionary on this? A member of Mayor Adams' own political party, a fellow Democrat, a woman. She's a community leader and activist, Renee Collymore. And she's tried to ring the alarm bell about this massive migrant problem in Clinton Hill, Brooklyn. She really has tried. Even in our conversation right now about the overpopulated migrant shelter in Clinton Hill, 4,000 migrants in one place. Renee Collymore, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much, Dominic, and thank you to WABC for having me.
Of course. So tell us, how bad is the migrant problem in Brooklyn?
This issue is surrounding in the Clinton Hill area, Fort Greene, Clinton Hill, and we have a few things we would like to tackle. So the issue, we have the problems, I have the ask from the community, and I think we have a solution. And so what has happened is in July 2023, 47 Hall Street opened by surprise. It is a huge industrial building, 600,000 square feet, with presently over 3,600 migrants in one area. Next, just a few weeks ago, 29 Ryerson Street opened up with 800 migrants, 50 added per day. Now, Dominic, this is not sustainable for a local residential area. And one of the issues is that we were not informed. I live also in the area of Clinton Hill. My family has been here since 1940. And so we were not notified. The administration did not have people to come out to put postings on the a light post, or there was no one knocking on doors. They could have flyers the neighborhood so that we can be prepared on how to tackle this and how to handle this and what we should look for and what we should do. And so this influx, this is a massive problem because we have too many in one location. Clinton Hill is now the highest population. We have now the highest population of migrants in the city. It used to be Randall's Island, but now it is Clinton Hill. And if you go there, you will see loads of private homes, little small private homes in this neighborhood. And we are devastated. Now, I have to share with you that the community contacted me as I am one of the local leaders here, representing one of the leaders for the 57th Assembly District. They contacted me because they were being ignored because they had been trying to get some of the legislators to pay attention to this, hear them out, speak with them, and that wasn't happening.
Okay, so wait, Renee, let me stop you there and ask you this question, because I'm stuck on what you said in the first 15 seconds. You said migrants are being housed, over 4,000 migrants in an industrial building?
Yes, it is.
Is that even legal?
Is it legal? Is it legal? And so, Dominic, we have, they are saying combined, by the time all of the migrants are housed, it will go from 8,000 upward towards 10,000.
In one community.
In one community.
Okay,
and
so now what's been the impact of that to quality of life?
Oh, the neighbors are telling me that it has destroyed the quality of life where they're living, especially the people who live on Hall Street, right there at the shelter, right on the next block, because the migrants have taken over the children's playground. Number one, they convene and take up all the bench spaces outside of the kids' park. They smoke marijuana all day, and a lot of them drink. And then you have them, just being leisure there. They have moved some furniture into the children's playground. Now they're even cutting hair. So really, they have nothing to do all day, and there's no structure in this process. And when people have nothing to do all day, that's idle hands at some point. Now, I have to share with you that the neighbors have empathy, but this is a problem. This is a problem. And also, I would like to share that they have reported to me that the migrants are going car to car, turning the knob and, checking to see if the car is open. They're going
Wow.
to doors on the block, turning the doorknobs to see if homes are open. We need more police presence. There's a lot more trash on the street. And
Okay, so wait
again,
a minute. So, and by the way, folks, we are talking to Renee Collymore regarding the migrant issue. So you're telling me that the migrants are going from car to car and actual houses, looking to see if the houses are unlocked and if the cars are unlocked?
Yes, exactly. This is what has been told to me. Yes, from the neighbors on Ryerson Street as well as on Hall Street. Shout out to Clinton Hill. Yes, and this is what has happened. And so and they have reported it to the local precinct, which is the 88th precinct. And I'm proud to say that they are a great precinct that we have in Brooklyn, and we do appreciate our officers. So they have sent out more NCOs to be walking the beat there to protect, but we need those benches moved because they have to have something to do. And the neighbors are fearful. And there's something else that I would like to add to that story on Hall Street. One of the neighbors shared that their neighbor, people have baby strollers and they set them outside of their homes. They came out, and she was missing. The husband and their friend went to look for it and scour the neighborhood. They went towards the migrant shelter and saw the stroller. Dominic, when they went to retrieve the stroller, 20 to 30 of the migrants surrounded the neighbor, the resident on Hall Street, and he could not get back the stroller. He tried to get it back, but they surrounded him. This is a problem.
So I can hear the frustration in your voice. We are talking to Renee Collymore regarding the migrant issue and what's going on in Brooklyn. I still can't get over 4,000 migrants in an industrial building. What has been the reaction from City Hall?
The same reaction they've had. I don't know. They have not, spoken with the neighbors. And this is what the neighbors would like to see. They would like to have an answer from City Hall. However, they would like to develop an initial set of ideas for how each one of these problems might be addressed. Like they would like to see hands-on working sessions with City Hall, city agencies, and like aid groups and businesses from the area. They would like to create a way for them to be involved. We've heard nothing. No one has contacted me from City Hall, and I'm quite sure that they know about my town hall meeting coming up. And so we would love to have a conversation with City Hall about this because this is urgent, and this is critical. The neighbors are being threatened and they are feeling intimidated and many fearful. However, again, have empathy. We have empathy for the migrants, but it has to be a better system that has to be worked out.
So I understand your frustration, and we only have 2 minutes left, and we are talking to a community leader in Brooklyn about the migrant issue, and that is Renee Collymore. And so what do you see an end in sight to this migrant problem? The mayor has said that he had no choice legally. He had to accept them.
Well, listen. If he accepts them as he has, that's fine. But what we're asking for, there is an ask from Clinton Hill. And what we would like to see is even distribution across Brooklyn. We need Borough Park to have the same amount of migrants as we do. Williamsburg needs to have the same amount. Midwood, Park Slope, Brooklyn Heights, Bensonhurst, and all over Brooklyn. This is an outrage that we are being, like the neighbors had told me, targeted. The neighbors feel that we're being targeted. So we have to reduce the population that we already have and no more incoming migrants. We have enough. Certainly, they want to partner. The city should partner with local residents who speak the languages of the migrants. There are people who speak French who live in the neighborhood. There are people that speak Spanish that we can help. The neighbors want to help, but we need to have some structure that we can follow.
So let's go full circle in closing. My final question here. Let's end where we started. Just how bad is the migrant problem in the community of which we're talking about right now, Clinton Hill?
It's really bad. It's really bad because it has overwhelmed all of us. Many of them, they don't understand, the etiquette of the city. And so they'll try to kind of walk up your stairs and try to force themselves to, for you to buy something from them. And they're hanging all in front of the banks, our banking institutions. People just don't feel safe. And it's just too many people because we can't even, and then one of the things I have to share, we need New York City's first tiny house village for the homeless. I came up with this idea years ago, and I've been talking about it. But this way, if you spread them out in city-owned lots that we have in New York City, people won't feel so overwhelmed and intimidated. We need a better solution to this problem.
And how many migrants are in an industrial building that you mentioned?
We have first of approximately 4,000, but going up to 8,000. It's going up to 8,000 with the second 29 Ryerson and 47 Hall Street, 29 Ryerson Street.
In one community.
In one community. It's right near the Brooklyn Navy Yard.
Community leader and activist Renee Collymore about this massive migrant problem in Clinton Hill, Brooklyn, an overpopulated migrant shelter. 4,000 migrants in one place. To our elected leaders, how dare you? And that is all the time we have for this episode. But believe me, the migrant problems are not going anywhere anytime soon. You can listen to me, Dominic Carter, twice on weekdays, live 3 to 4 p.m. in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time, and then again live midnight to 1 a.m. I hope you will join us. Better yet, even take part in the conversation live by calling in 800-848-9222. Also, if you are interested in my remarkable book on my life titled No Mama's Boy, go to my website where you can order a personally signed copy. And that's at DominicCarterOnline.com. That's DominicCarterOnline.com. You can also check out the Dominic Carter merchandise at the 77 WABC store. I will see you the next time. Dominic Carter, Red Apple Podcast, Talk Radio 77 WABC.
I gotta make it.
Dominic Carter socials on Twitter at Dominic TV and Facebook and Instagram, Dominic Carter TV. Email at dominic.carter@wabcradio.com. Until the next episode, be well. And as Dominic always says, stay positive. The glass is always half full, never half empty. Dominic Carter City Hall.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But D.C. politicians want to change that with the Durbin-Marshall credit card bill. This bill lets corporate megastores pick how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com.